Hey, hi.
Hey there. Um, you've said how much you like Lost in Translation, and there are many, many people who agree with you that it's a wonderful movie. And yet, if you try to articulate what makes it so wonderful, it's tough. It's kind of wispy, uh, not easy to categorize or describe. But it just has so many, so much nuance, so many layers of enjoyment. How much of that is or was your relationship with Sofia?
Well, um, I love Sofia. Um, and it's great because the longer I know her, the more I love her, then the more I get to love about her. And I see that she's a real American woman, a real full blown American woman, a working mother and an artist and a sister and a wife. She's all those things, and I am none of those things. So it's kind of fun. I completely get to give myself up to it. It's like I can really admire all things because I am none. And uh, we sort of met through work, I guess you'd have to say. And uh, when she goes to work, like the other fellow, she knows what she wants, exactly what she wants. We call her the boss. We call her the Velvet Hammer. We have all these terms that she's a delicate lady, but she's a brute. She's an absolute brute. And when to anyone that tries to get her off of her intention, and you can have a good idea, and she will recognize a good idea. But no matter how charming or flattering or powerfully you present a bad idea, she has the Aikido move to just say, "Uh huh, no, I don't think so," and it's really fun to watch. I don't get it much myself because I don't bother. I don't bother to try very much with her. I wait for when she's really weak, like at the end of the day. Every once in a while, I might have a good idea, but I love to watch it with other people when they try to pitch something. And it's fascinating. It's like watching a magician from backstage. It's really a delight. But I don't know what the hell your question was. I just went off on a tangent. It's but it's really fun to and her family makes this wine too. So you get your hands on some of that wine every once in a while, which is
Oh
nice.
yeah.
And she's got a wonderful husband who is a great musician. And I remember the first time she dragged me to see him, I went, "Oh my God, they can rock and roll. They're French and they can rock and roll." Because I didn't think it existed. I never believed in Johnny Halliday, never. But this, I mean, Tomakin Tomakin really beat that guitar. He's really good. And um, her brother Roman is he's just he could he's I just I feel like he's a brother that I don't, and I got an extra brother, I
Hmm.
got a spare brother, and
You didn't have enough already?
yeah, oh, I have enough, but I just feel like he's someone that's so compassionate, so forgiving, you know, because I can, I think I've had some of my worst behavior around Roman. I feel like, or at least most fun. It was either the worst behavior or the most fun. And I didn't hear anything about it the next day. There was no playback. There was no there was no blowback the next day. But he's also someone that is loves the making of films. The whole family's got the virus bad. They got the film thing real bad, and they got it real good. And they're very helpful of each other. They're very creative with each other. Like Roman comes in, he shot the car sequence in On the Rocks, and he comes and works with Wes too. So he's there as like a, like not a godfather but a godbrother, with both of these directors with me. But Sofia is really the problem that you asked me about, Leonard, and
Mhm.
so I should really say a little bit more about uh, what it is that I like about what she does. I think the most recent film was a really great exploration of what it's like to be a modern woman again, and and for Rashida Jones and Sophia to get together and talk about what it's like to have a father that can take a lot of oxygen out of a room sometimes, a father who can fill the space, was really challenging to work, and I felt a great obligation to those two to try my best. But they were, it's a kind of a delicate subject to talk about your family, or even to talk about like a director that you work closely to with, um, and you relate to, mm, I don't know. I mean, we made a Christmas show. We made a Christmas movie,
Mhm.
and I
It's
would,
really good.
that's a long shot to make a Christmas movie. That's a real long shot because that can be pretty sappy. It can be incredibly disappointing, and it can miss and fall and land flat. And I just think that she squeezed like strawberries and gooseberries of emotion out of all kinds of scenes. There was just emotional juice all over the place, and all the actors sort of threw in on it without real certainty of what we were going to do or how it was going to turn out. And it's just a delightful thing to watch. And she and Roman made that thing happen. And I just had faith. But I mean, she far surpassed anything I thought anyone could possibly do with that idea, with that script. And everybody who showed up on the set was, Maya Rudolph and Clooney and um, um, what's her name? Come on, she just sold her an NFT. Come on, help me. She would understand if I could forget. Help me. Uh, she's a singer. Her dad, Miley Cyrus. Okay, Miley Cyrus. Thank you. All I could come up with was Hannah Montana, and I didn't want to say that. But Miley Cyrus was stunning. I don't want to hear anybody give me any grief about Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus is for real. Miley Cyrus has really got it. I remember when we did this thing, they said, "Oh, her voice. They tweak her voice. It's done mechanically. It's done artificially. It's done in the studio." It's not true at all.